Howdy partners. Get ready for a rootin' tootin' good time at the White Horse Saloon in Salt Lake City. First off, let's talk atmosphere. This place is like a honky-tonk bar met a fancy steakhouse and had a baby. There's a doorman like at one of them fancy schmancy clubs, but don't let that scare you off, partner. Now, let's talk grub. Their egg and chips is like a rodeo for your taste buds. It's got perfectly fried eggs and crispy potatoes that'll make you want to do a sweat dance. The duck wings are like little dinosaur nuggets, all juicy and flavorful. And the steak tartare. It's so good, it'll make you want to rope a wild Mustang and ride it into the sunset. But hold your horses, there's more. Their bourbon pudding is the cherry on top of the old chuck wagon. It's like a sweet, boozy campfire that'll warm you from head to toe. Service. Well, it ain't quite as fancy as a butler, but it's good enough that you won't feel like you're eating in a cattle car. And there's plenty of bar and high-top seating, so you can chow down with your posse or just kick back and watch the cowboys drink whiskey. So, if you're looking for a place to saddle up and satisfy your cravings, White Horse Saloon is the joint for you. Just don't forget your hat, cause this place is a true blue, rootin' tootin' good time. Purgatory, where the food is fire and the drinks are just warm purgatory, the restaurant that's like a game of Russian roulette for your taste buds. Some nights, you'll dine on the most delicious meal of your life. Other nights, you'll wonder if you're eating at the same place. Take the spicy chicken sandwich, for example. One reviewer said it tasted like water. Another said it was like rubber. And yet another said it was the best chicken sandwich they'd ever had. It's a culinary stinger's cat, if you will. But let's not dwell on the negatives. Purgatory does have some dishes that are consistently good. The fried potato wedges are a must-try, and the short rib grilled cheese is also highly recommended. And don't forget the cocktails. The cherry amaretto sour is a delightful concoction that will make you forget all your troubles. The atmosphere at Purgatory is fun and funky, with a killer playlist that will make you want to get up and dance. And the service is great, even if the food is a bit hit or miss. So, is Purgatory worth a visit? Well, that depends on your risk tolerance. If you're willing to gamble on a meal that could be either heavenly or hellish, then by all means, give it a try. Just don't say we didn't warn you. Purgatory is a restaurant where the food can be either amazing or terrible, and the drinks are always flat. Welcome to Franklin Ove Cocktails Kitchen, the place where your taste buds will sing like a choir on Sunday morning. Picture this, you walk into this sleek, seductive space, and boom. You're greeted by a symphony of clinking glasses and the air thick with the scent of deliciousness. And let's not forget the staff, who are as friendly as your grandma after a few mimosas. But hold your horses, folks, because it's the food that's the real rock star here. Their black cod is like a celestial gift from the gods of the sea. It's so tender, it'll melt in your mouth like a snowflake on a summer day. And their Dungeness crab omelette. Holy moly. It's a party in your mouth, with every bite bursting with the sweet taste of the ocean. But don't worry, veggies, they've got you covered too. Their Brussels sprouts are like tiny green grenades of flavor, exploding with a symphony of roasted garlic and whipped feta that will make you question your loyalty to broccoli. And for those of you who like to get a little saucy, their miso cod will make you want to lick the plate clean. It's like your taste buds are taking a trip to heaven, with every bite smoother than a baby's bottom. Now, let's talk drinks. Their cocktails are crafted with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker. The campfire is a smoky, boozy twist on a pina colada, while the Peru and back will transport you to the bustling streets of Lima. But if you're like me and prefer your drinks with a little more kick, their Bloody Mary packs a punch that would make Mike Tyson proud. So, dear diners, gather your friends, family, or whoever you've been avoiding since the great toilet paper shortage of 2020 and head to Franklin Ove Cocktails Kitchen. Prepare to have your taste buds tangoed and your dining experience elevated to new heights. Just don't blame us if you end up singing karaoke on the way home. You've been warned. Yo, pizza lovers. Get ready to chow down at Slackwater Salt Lake City, the hottest pizza joint in town where the food is so good, it'll make your taste buds stand up and dance like Kevin Hart at a comedy show. First off, their pizzas. Fire. They got this thing called the Hot Honey DP, and let me tell you, it's not your average pepperoni. It's like a party in your mouth with spicy marinara, chipotle, onions, garlic, jalapenos, and cheese that's melted to perfection. You'll be craving it like a Netflix binge watcher craves popcorn. But hey, it's not just about the pies. Their wings. Oh, they're like tiny explosions of flavor in your mouth. And their nachos. They're the size of Texas, complete with all the fixings you can imagine. It's like a stadium concession stand on your plate. Now, about that soup. Oh man, the mulligatawny is straight up soup royalty. It's like a warm hug in a bowl that'll chase away your winter blues faster than a comedian's punchline. And their Cobb salad. It's got so much stuff on it, you'll think it's a party for your stomach. But here's the catch, this place is poppin'. The line might be longer than a Kevin Hart joke, but trust me, it's worth the wait. Just imagine a circus tent filled with hungry folks, all waiting to get their hands on Slackwater's deliciousness. And the staff. They're like the comedy squad of the restaurant world. They'll keep you laughing with their quick wit and friendly banter. It's like having a live comedy show while you're dining. Oh, and don't even get me started on the prices. They're so reasonable, it's like a coupon for laughter. So, buckle up, pizza lovers. Slackwater Salt Lake City is the comedy club for your taste buds. Get ready for a dining experience that'll leave you laughing, craving for more, and wondering why you didn't come here sooner. Let's be honest, when you think Salt Lake City, French-inspired fine dining doesn't exactly spring to mind. But then there's Rue, where Chef Adam Terry has conjured up a culinary paradise that would make even the most jaded Parisian foodie do a double take. Picture this, a cozy dining room bathed in golden light, with the buzz of happy diners hanging in the air like a symphony of laughter. The service is as warm and welcoming as a cashmere sweater, leaving you feeling like you've stepped into the home of a friend who just happens to be an award-winning chef. Now, let's talk about the food. Oh my god, the food. The miso maple black cod is like a dance party in your mouth, with the sweet and smoky flavors tanging across your taste buds. The braised local beef with hummus is a beefy dream wrapped in a cloud of Middle Eastern delight. And the truffle fries. They're like the fries that dreams are made of, dusted with fairy dust and served with an angel's smile. But wait, there's more. The lamb birria is a spicy symphony of tender lamb wrapped in a crispy tortilla, leaving you wondering why you ever considered eating anything else. And the smoked pastrami and charred cabbage Big Mac dish, well, let's just say it's the most upscale version of your childhood favorite that you could ever imagine. Now, I know what you're thinking, this all sounds wonderful, but is it really worth the calories? Friends, let me tell you, it's worth every single one. Rue is the kind of restaurant where you'll find yourself ordering multiple dishes just to savor the culinary artistry. It's like a dessert buffet for your taste buds, but without the guilt. So, to sum up, Rue is the restaurant that makes you realize that even in the heart of Mormon country, you can still have a gastronomic hallelujah moment. Come for the impeccable food, stay for the warm hospitality, and leave with a smile on your face and a belly full of culinary bliss. Just don't tell your cardiologist. Carson Kitchen, where the grub's divine and the service is a hoot. Picture this, a culinary oasis in the heart of Salt Lake City, where the food sings like an opera and the service is a stand-up comedy act. That, my friends, is Carson Kitchen. Their menu is like a playful orchestra, each dish a symphony of flavors that will tickle your taste buds. Their duck tacos are a masterpiece, so darn good they'll make you quack with joy. And the chicken skins. They're like crispy, greasy little clouds that will have you contemplating a career in deep frying. But the real showstopper is the service. When you step through those doors, prepare to be greeted by a cast of merry jesters. They'll joke, they'll tease, and they'll make you feel like you've stumbled into a heartwarming improv troupe. Like that one server who kept recommending the keto Filipino dishes. I mean, who knew that Filipino cuisine and a low-carb lifestyle could go hand in hand? Or the one who insisted that the steak came with a side of love which turned out to be an empty plate. But don't let their comedic antics fool you. These servers are also culinary wizards, offering up spot-on recommendations and ensuring that your every need is met. Even when they screw up an order which, let's be honest, adds to the entertainment value, they'll comp something and apologize with a smile that could melt a glacier. The ambience. It's like a blend of industrial chic and upscale hitness. Big windows let you gaze out at the majestic mountains while you munch on your chicken skins and laugh at the servers cracking jokes. But not everything is perfect in this culinary paradise. The noise level can sometimes reach heavy metal thunder decibels, making it tough to hear the hilarious banter of your waiter. And the portions. Well, let's just say they're a tad on the pricey appetizer side. But hey, it's worth every penny for the experience. So next time you're craving some culinary comedy, head to Carson Kitchen and prepare yourself for a night of laughs, delicious food, and a touch of insanity. Just remember, don't forget to tip your servers, they're the ones providing the entertainment. Lake Effect, where the food is great, the drinks are flowing, and the bouncers are like that one uncle who thinks you're drunk because you don't cry at family reunions. Seriously though, this place is the bomb. They've got some of the best nachos you'll ever eat, and their charcuterie board is like a party in your mouth. The cocktails are on point too, so you can get your drink on while you're munching on all that deliciousness. And if you're looking for a chill vibe, head downstairs. It's like your living room, but with better music and no curfew. And if you're feeling adventurous, head upstairs for some live music that'll make you want to dance like nobody's watching. As for the bouncers, well, let's just say they're enthusiastic. But don't let that deter you. Just tell them you're a chronic dry eye sufferer, and they'll probably let you in. Overall, Lake Effect is a great spot for a night out with friends or a romantic dinner. Just be sure to bring your appetite and a sense of humor. You're gonna need both. Salt Olive, where the prices are steep, but the food is divine. Hey there, fellow foodies. If you're looking for a place where you can drop a pretty penny and leave with a belly full of culinary excellence, Salt Olive is your destination. Ambience. Imagine a massive dining hall where the noise level could rival a rock concert when it's packed. It's like stepping into a cafeteria, but with tables and chairs instead of metal trays and plastic silverware. Ordering, get ready for a bizarre experience. You stroll in, get handed a menu, and then told to find a seat like you're at a school lunchroom. Then, you march your sorry behind back to the counter to place your order like a common peasant. After that, you get a little tent with a number on it and sit like a patient dog waiting for your food. Prepare to be blown away, but also empty your wallet. For the price of a small car, you can get 2 Cokes, a steak salad that looks like it could feed a family of 4, a dessert that would make a diabetic weep, and a pizza that will change your life. Just kidding, but the pizza is so good it'll make you forget you're paying through the nose for it. The truffle pizza is a game changer, my friends. Service, let's just say it's like a self-service buffet, but with waiters. If you need more dressing for your salad, which could use a little more anyway, you better be prepared to take a hike back to the counter and beg for mercy. Overall, this place is like a fancy pants version of Olive Garden. The food is delicious, the ambience is a cross between a funeral home and a circus, and the prices will make you want to clutch your pearls. But hey, if you're looking for a culinary experience that will leave you broke but satisfied, Salt Olive is the place for you. Just remember to bring your checkbook and your earplugs. The Pearl, where the food is divine and the service is, well, a little quirky. Imagine a grand banquet hall fit for royalty, adorned with intricate artwork and an elaborate ceiling that mimics a starlit sky. But instead of majestic knights and elegant ladies, you're greeted by a lively ambience and a menu that will make your taste buds dance. Now, about that service, it's like watching a comedy of errors, except the only ones laughing are the diners. You might find yourself waiting an eternity for a mere glass of water, only to receive it as you're heading out the door. Don't worry, they'll make up for it by ignoring you until you're ready to pay. But hey, who needs service when you've got culinary masterpieces like their heavenly pancakes? These fluffy discs of delight are so perfectly balanced that even the most diabetes-prone will find themselves asking for seconds. Just don't forget that passion fruit whipped cream that complements these pancakes like a royal tiara atop a queen's head. And oh, their fish sauce wings, oh boy. They're like a symphony of flavors in your mouth. Imagine crispy chicken wings bathed in a savory, tangy sauce that lingers on your tongue like a naughty little secret. Now, let's not forget the drinks. They've got a cocktail list that reads like a poetry collection, with concoctions named rosal-colored glasses and cuff. Trust me, these drinks are so delicious, you'll want to order the entire menu and challenge yourself to a marathon of intoxication. But beware, the live music here is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it creates a lively atmosphere that makes you want to dance on the tables. On the other hand, it's so loud that you'll find yourself shouting your order to the waiter as if you're in a hurricane. All in all, the Pearl is a dining experience that will leave you both satisfied and slightly bewildered. The food is exceptional, the drinks are exquisite, the decor is stunning, and the service, well, let's just say you'll have plenty of time to reflect on it while you wait for your check. Attention, food-loving fiends. Allow me to guide you through the gastronomic wonderland that is Halpus, a food court for grown-ups in the heart of Salt Lake City. Picture this, a bustling hall adorned with hip vibes, a DJ spinning the beats like a culinary maestro, and a bar serving up liquid delights. But wait, there's more. Each station is like its own miniature restaurant, offering a tantalizing array of flavors from around the globe. Now, let's dive into the culinary adventures that await you at Halpus. Start your day with a cup of joe at the coffee shop, where the baristas are as smooth as their lattice. Then, embark on a culinary expedition at Skinnerfat's. Their tuna nuts are not your average cucumber slurry transformed into edible masterpieces filled with tuna poke, avocado, and slaw. It's like a healthy dance party in your mouth. Craving something more decadent? Visit Cereal Killers for a milkshake that will redefine your sugar coma. Their peanut butter lover milkshake is not for the faint of heart. It's a tsunami of creamy, peanut buttery goodness, topped with Reese's Pieces and cups. It's like a sugary symphony with every sip. For those with a seafood hankering, Colossal Lobster has got you covered. Their clam chowder is a velvety dream, and their lobster rolls are said to be heavenly. But be warned, you may find yourself ordering extra just so you can dunk your tuna nuts into it. Remember, Halpus is a culinary playground for groups. Come with friends, bring your family, or even venture out alone. The friendly staff will greet you like old pals, and the spacious seating areas make it easy to find your perfect spot. So gather your crew, put on your stretchy pants, and prepare to indulge in a food adventure that will leave your taste buds singing and your belly laughing. All right. I'm here to drop some guac and salsa on the best Mexican joint this side of the Mississippi, Sol Agave. Picture this, a restaurant so fly, it makes the Great Salt Lake look like a puddle. The interior is straight out of GQ magazine, all slick and stylish. The only thing missing is Snoop Dogg smoking a joint in the corner. Now, let's talk about the food. It's like a fiesta in my mouth. Our famous carnitas will make you forget all about your ex-girlfriend. It's so tender and juicy, it'll slide down your throat smoother than a Kardashian selfie. The servers are the bomb diggity. They're more knowledgeable than a History Channel marathon. But be warned, they're like salesmen trying to sell you a used car. If they suggest adding extra guacamole, it's probably because they're running a guacathon. Okay, so here's my one complaint. This place ain't no Chuck E. Cheese. If you're bringing your kiddos, be prepared for them to be outnumbered by adults in suits. I mean, I saw a baby crying because he couldn't understand why there wasn't a ball pit. But hey, who needs kids when you can have this amazing food? Sol Agave is like a Mexican paradise. Just don't be surprised if you leave with a belly full of tacos and a wallet a little bit lighter. Trust me, it's worth every cent. HSL, where the hungry go to laugh and the laughing go to eat. Prepare for a culinary adventure that'll make Robin Williams jealous. HSL, my fellow foodies, is a restaurant where the food is so good, it'll make you want to stand up and do a comedy routine. First off, the atmosphere is like a fancy comedy club. It's elegant, but also cozy, with a lot of seating options. I mean, who doesn't love the thrill of watching your dinner get cooked right before your very eyes in the open kitchen? It's like watching a culinary stand-up set, but with less hecklers. And let's talk about the food. Oh boy, it's like a symphony of flavors that'll dance on your taste buds. The pork shank is so tender, it'll make you forget your mother-in-law's hugs. The lamb is so juicy, it'll make you feel like you're on a Mediterranean cruise. And the mushroom bolognese. It's like a party in your mouth, with the mushrooms taking the stage as the star performers. But wait, there's more. The desserts are like comedy sketches in themselves. The caramel pudding will make you laugh with its velvety smoothness. The trashberry ice cream bar will tickle your funny bone with its combination of chocolate and berries. And the chocolate crème. It's so rich, it'll make you do a double take, just like when a comedian delivers a killer punchline. And here's the best part, despite the gourmet experience, they won't make a dent in your wallet. It's like a comedy show where you get to laugh without having to pay for a babysitter. So, my friends, if you're looking for a restaurant that'll feed your belly and your funny bone, HSL is the place to go. Just remember to bring your sense of humor and a big appetite. Because at HSL, it's not just about the food, it's about having a night that's as memorable as Robin Williams' stand-up routines. Ivy Valley, where the food is hot and the service is hot. Ivy Valley, the darlings of Salt Lake City's culinary scene. Their resident chefs are culinary wizards, transforming humble ingredients into dishes that make you question if you've been transported to the gilded halls of Olympus. But beware, their prices will make you faint faster than a Victorian noblewoman. Service is impeccable, like a well-trained butler who can read your mind and your credit card balance. Except that one time they forgot your drink, but hey, it's like a game of restaurant roulette, you never know what you'll get. The atmosphere. Oh, my dear Joan, it's as if they hired a lighting designer straight from a Broadway musical. Everything sparkles and glows, except for the dining room on the Ivy side, which feels as cold as a crypt. But fear not, the Valley side is like a cozy den, perfect for cuddling up with a cocktail and pretending you're a sophisticated New Yorker. Now, let's talk about the food. Prepare your taste buds for a wild ride because it's a culinary symphony that will make you forget all about those student loan payments. The potato and veggie hash is the breakfast of champions, a hearty feast that will power you through an entire day of shopping. And the churro French toast. It's like a fluffy cloud of cinnamon sugar heaven. But not everything is a glowing review. The salmon and orzo. Blander than a Mormon chastity belt. And the shrimp and grits. Salty enough to make your blood pressure soar. My advice. Stick with the appetizers. The mussels are a salty delight, and the Brussels sprouts are so delicious, you'll be tempted to order a second plate. Drinks, you say? Oh my, they're like precious gems, only smaller. The rosy cheeks one is a winner, but don't expect a generous power, you'll need a magnifying glass to see it. Oh, and the ice. It's like an iceberg in your glass. You'll be fishing all night. Overall, Ivy Valley is a treat for the senses, but be prepared to loosen your purse strings and wear your earplugs, it's loud in there. It's the perfect place to impress your Tinder date or celebrate a mortgage payment you'll definitely regret. But hey, it's Salt Lake City, and when in Rome, pay through the nose for everything, right? Coyote Ramen, where the food's great, the lines are long, and the lighting is interrogative. Welcome to Coyote, the hottest ramen joint in Salt Lake City, where the hype is real and the wait is even realer. But hey, when the food's this good, it's worth shelling out a few extra bucks and braving a line that would make Disneyland jealous. The menu is like a Japanese street food paradise, with everything from whipped tofu to lotus root crisps. The whipped tofu is the star of the show, folks. It's like hummus and feta had a delicious, drunken love child. And the lotus root crisps. They're like the salt and vinegar chips you've always wished for, but with a hint of I'm a fancy Japanese snack. Now, let's talk about the ramen. The broth is rich, the noodles are perfectly bouncy, and the toppings are generous. But beware, the spicy stuff is actually spicy. Like, calls home to tell your mom you love her spicy. But here's the thing, Coyote has one peculiar quirk, the lighting. It's like they're interrogating you with a giant lamp hanging over your table. You'll feel like you're on a police lineup, but with ramen. And let's not forget the ordering system, QR codes galore. It's like they're saying, we're too cool to interact with customers. But hey, if it means we get our food faster, we'll accept the virtual waiter. Overall, Coyote is a great spot for some authentic Japanese cuisine. Just be prepared for the long lines, the bright lights, and the possibility of getting your ramen to go because the wait is longer than a telenovela. But hey, when the food is this good, who needs dinner and a show? Orempa's, where the flavor fiesta never ends. Hola, amigos. Get ready for a culinary explosion at Orempa's, Utah's Venezuelan street food paradise. This place is like a fiesta for your taste buds, with flavors that will have you salsa dancing in your seat. First up, they're arepas. These fluffy cornmeal pockets are the bomb, stuffed with everything from avocado chicken salad to pulled pork. But be warned, these bad boys are huge. I ordered the shredded chicken empanada and nearly dislocated my jaw trying to take a bite. It was like a sumo wrestler in my mouth. But hey, who needs inhibition when you're at Orempa's? Their cachapas are like sweet and savory corn pancakes, smothered in cheese and topped with steak. It's like a party in my stomach. And don't even get me started on their ticos. These deep-fried cheese sticks with guava or chocolate filling are like the perfect ending to a delicious meal. The vibe is laid back and chill, with colorful murals and Latin beats. Pro tip, skip the indoor seating and eat outside on their patio. It's like a secret oasis where you can pig out on Venezuelan delights without anyone judging you. Oh, and don't be afraid to bring your nut-allergic friends. Orempa's is a nut-free zone, so they can chow down without worry. And if you're staying late on a Friday or Saturday, you can even dance off those extra calories to live music. So next time you're craving some authentic Venezuelan street food, skip the chain restaurants and head to Orempa's. Just be prepared to undo a few buttons on your pants before you leave. Because this place will leave you stuffed, satisfied, and wondering why you didn't discover it sooner. Urban Hill, where class and cravings collide. Picture a restaurant so fancy, it makes a horse in a tux look like a casual Friday. Urban Hill is the epitome of sophistication and deliciousness, a culinary oasis in the concrete jungle of Salt Lake City. As you saunter through the hallowed halls, prepare for a sensory overload. The sleek decor screams money talks, with shimmering chandeliers and leather booths that tempt you to sink into a food coma. But fear not, for the open kitchen beckons like a siren's song, promising a feast fit for royalty. Just when you think it can't get any better, the menu arrives. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure novel, but instead of dragons and treasure, you're presented with culinary wonders that'll make your taste buds do a backflip. From the enigmatic potato gnocchi to the legendary chocolate souffle, every dish is a masterpiece waiting to happen. But let's talk about the real superstar, the seafarer's platter. It's a seafood extravaganza that would make Poseidon himself green with envy. Oysters, shrimp, mussels, and clams cavort together like an underwater dance party, each vying for your attention. Seriously, if you're a fish lover, prepare to have your mind blown. And for those who prefer their meat on dry land, the pork chop is a veritable carnivore's paradise. Picture a juicy, tender hunk of pork cooked to perfection and served on a bed of creamy polenta. It's like a flavor party in your mouth, complete with a hickory smoked aftertaste that'll make you forget all your troubles. But wait, there's more. The dessert menu here is a sugary symphony that will make you question the very meaning of life. The banana cream pie is a masterpiece, a harmony of textures and flavors that belongs in a Louvre exhibit. And the chocolate souffle, oh boy. It's like a cloud of chocolate heaven that melts in your mouth like a warm hug. Now, let's talk about the service. The staff at Urban Hill are like ninjas of hospitality, appearing and disappearing at just the right moments to ensure that your every whim is attended to. They'll even personalize the menu for your special occasions, which is a nice touch if you're celebrating an anniversary with your significant other or your cat's birthday. So, if you're looking for a truly unforgettable dining experience, reserve a table at Urban Hill today. Just be prepared to pay a pretty penny, because this culinary adventure is worth every dollar and will leave you with memories that'll make your Instagram follows drool with envy. Marmontagnier, where fine dining meets quirky charm. Picture this, you're at Marmontagnier, a restaurant so fancy they have a Michelin star on their bathroom door. But don't let that scare you, this place is as inviting as a warm hug from a slightly tipsy grandma. The views from the 6th floor are so stunning, you'll feel like you're dining in the clouds. Unless you're afraid of heights, then you might want to request a table with a safety harness. The food is a work of art, each dish a culinary masterpiece that would make Picasso jealous. The grilled octopus is so tender, it'll make you forget all your ex-lovers, especially the ones with clingy tentacles. And the Papas Bravas are so addictive, you'll start wondering if they're made with Spanish saffron or the tears of angels. But it's not just about the food though, it's hard to look past that roasted elk. Seriously, it's like a Disney princess riding a majestic deer. The staff is as charming as a group of kittens playing with a ball of yarn. They'll make sure your every whim is catered to, and they'll even take you on a private balcony for some sunset photos that will make your Instagram follows burst with envy. Oh, and don't miss the globe experience. It's like having dinner inside a giant disco ball, but without the greasy nachos and wobbly dance floor. So, if you're looking for a dining experience that's both refined and hilarious, Marmontagnier is your spot. Just be sure to bring your sense of humor, because you're in for a night of culinary adventures and witty banter that would make John Mulaney proud. Sweet Lake Biscuits Limeade, a culinary adventure in the heart of SLC. Prepare yourself for a breakfast bonanza that will leave you both satisfied and slightly bewildered. First, let's talk biscuits. Imagine fluffy clouds of dough, so tender they could make a heart of stone melt. The Biscuit Benedict will have you questioning your religion, as the buttery hollandaise sauce transports you to a heavenly realm. But be warned, the consistency of the hollandaise may vary depending on the day of the week, so don't be surprised if it's occasionally like whipped cream or frozen yogurt. Next, the limeade. Oh, sweet, refreshing limeade, with a hint of sugar around the rim that will make you feel like you're at a carnival. Just be prepared to wait a while for your drink to arrive, because the staff is a bit like a geriatric version of Formula One drivers. They may be slow, but they'll eventually get there. Moving on to the hash, it's like someone took a pile of mush, added some salt, and called it a day. But don't despair, because you can always drown it in ketchup like a drowning sailor grasping for a life preserver. Now for the Hoss, a culinary masterpiece that will either delight your taste buds or leave you questioning the chef's sanity. Overcooked heaven or a burnt nightmare? You decide. As for the atmosphere, it's like the set of a hipster sitcom. Industrial vibes and cute decor make it perfect for Instagramming your brunch extravaganza. Just be prepared to fight for a table, because this place is more packed than a Walmart parking lot on Black Friday. Overall, Sweet Lake Biscuits Limeade is a must-visit for any foodie with a sense of humor. Come for the food, stay for the entertainment value, and don't forget to bring your sense of adventure and extra napkins. Just remember, sometimes you'll get a culinary masterpiece, and sometimes you'll get the culinary equivalent of a car crash. But hey, at least you'll have a good story to tell.